Hello guys and welcome back to Game Development Tutorials. Today we are continuing the pause menu, but first I have to say a little announcement that past me will say, and by that I mean me from 2:30. So I am teaching people how to code now, not just through YouTube, but through Zoom meetings as well. So if you want me to teach you personally how to make a game or something, then go into the description, that is where all of that information will be. So yeah, you can just just follow whatever the description tells you to do, and then you will set up a meet for free, and I will teach you how to program personally. So yeah, that's fun. So that is what I am doing. So again, the description will tell you what to do, so just follow that. We are continuing the pause menu. So what we will do today, we will hopefully finish it, and we'll get these buttons to work. Right now, they do not. First, before I want to do that, I actually want to make it appear and time to just freeze. Okay, and I'm just going to drag this event system into the UI parent, because that's part of the UI, so I mean, why not? Okay, so I'll go into the game manager, double click on the game manager script to open it up in Visual Studio, as Brahe says, and I'll just add some methods. Public void, continue button. By the way, you have to write public void. You cannot write void. You have to write public void. And I will say public void restart button and public void quit button. Okay. So now we shall actually make time stop and the pause menu appear. And thank you, past me, and I'll take it from here. Should have said that sooner. Okay. Yeah, by the way, one more thing. In the discussion tab of my YouTube channel, I post updates, so you can just check there if you want to see more instructions. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. Okay, so let's go back to the game manager script, and I will just say in the update method, first of all, say public key code. I'll just call this pause key. Who cannot spell? Right. Then I'll say private bool is pause. Then one last thing, public game object, pause menu. Good. Then in the start method, I will say pause menu dot set active is false, so it will not be there when the game starts, because we do not want the game to immediately be paused. That would not be fun at all. Okay, I might make a couple of mistakes today. That's just because I'm not really experienced with pause menus. I've looked at tutorials of them, but I've not really understood it. But let's just see how this goes. Let's see my understanding about pause menus. Okay, we will say if input dot get key down, and we can just say pause key. Then we can complete the if statement, and then in the if statement, we will say is paused is equal to not is paused. And at the beginning of the game, we will say pause menu. Nope, we want to say is paused is equal to false. So what this is saying is pause is equal to not is paused, is that when we press this key, probably be escape. So when we press the escape key, it will set is paused to not is paused. So it will say whenever the escape key is pressed. I know I've said that a lot, but if the pause menu was deactivated, if the pause menu was deactivated before, then it will set it to active, and if it was active before, then it will set it to deactive. And then we shall just say pause menu dot set active is equal to is paused, just like that. Beautiful. Only 5 minutes has passed, and we've already got the pause menu working somewhat. So I was dragging the pause menu into here, this slot. For the pause key, it's a big drop down. I want the escape key, so that is what I'm going to search for this huge list. So I'm just pressing and holding this down arrow to go down. So yeah, it's quite a long list, and it goes quite slowly. So it's looking for the escape key. Oh boy, where is this? Okay, yeah, I'm just going to stop looking for the escape key. I am going to delete this pause key because I cannot find the escape key. And instead of just writing keycode.getKeyDown, pause key, I'll say input.getKeyDown, keycode.escape. So that's easier. Right now, let's go back into Unity. Okay, so now when we press play, the pause menu should immediately deactivate. Yep, good. And then when I press escape, good, it comes up. Then when I press escape again, it goes back down. But you'll notice that nothing's paused. So yeah, fun. Woohoo. Okay. So I'll go back into the game manager, and I'll say if is paused is equal to true, then I will say timescale is equal to 0f, or 0, so that means that the game is completely paused. And by the way, you cannot set the timescale to any negative values. I've tried that before to reverse time. It does not work, okay? It just does not work. I know it's very sad, but it just doesn't work. Okay, then I'll say else if is paused is equal to false. I'll set timescale is equal to 1f. So 1 for the timescale is completely normal. So yeah, it's the normal time. Okay, let's let Unity compile. And there we go. Let's just press play. There we go, we can move now. When we press escape, now we cannot move. Bullets still will spawn, but we'll fix that in just a second. But now, well, we can't press continue yet. But if we just press escape one more time, everything will go back. There we go. It might still spawn bullets. No, it does not. And also, the explosion. Well, yep, I'm dead. Will also pause, which I think is pretty cool. I'm just gonna demonstrate that right now. Boom, right there. And I think we both exploded. Yep. Great. And I'm just gonna give the player spaceship 5 health instead of 3. Okay. So we've got that working. Now before we move on to actually making the bullet stop, hello. Let's just get the buttons to work. Okay, and this should be pretty easy. So in the game manager, remember we made these 3 public methods: public void continue button, restart button, and quit button. The quit button is the easiest to do, so I'll just do that one first. It is just application.quit. It's just as easy as that. That's it. That's all there is. But I will just write quit, print, quit. Print it's just the same thing as debug.log. So yeah. And by the way, well, I do not want to do that. We cannot see the quit button working in the Unity editor, but when we build a game and actually run it, then we will see it work because the game will close out. Okay, now let's get the restart button to work. We will just say restart scene manager dot load scene manager dot get active scene dot build index. It's just what we did with the respawn player, and I do not believe I have to explain that again because I already did in the respawning player tutorial. So yeah. Okay. The continue button should also be pretty easy. We'll set is pause is equal to false, and time scale is equal to 1f. My gosh. Time scale. There we go. Okay, and these buttons will still not work. That is because we have to actually make them work. Fun. Okay, so we can just go to the continue button, so we can just click that, and you'll see all the way at the bottom, there's an on click thing right here. I don't really know what it's called, but it's there. Woohoo. Okay, so it's an on click event. That's what it's called. So we can just hit this plus sign to add an on click event. So what this does is whenever that button is clicked, whatever is in here will run. So we just want to drag in the game manager for this slot. Then we just want to pick a function from the game manager to actually run when this button is clicked. We'll just select game manager and continue button. And now whenever the continue button is pressed, the continue button method in the game manager is called. So we can do the same thing for the restart button. We can do the plus sign, drag the game manager function, hover over game manager, and do restart button. Click on the quit button, add an on click event, drag in game manager, hover over game manager, and just do quit button. That should be it. Now, when we press play, and we go, let me just wait for an enemy to spawn. Now, if we just press escape and press continue, it doesn't go away, but I know why. And if we press escape one more time to actually pause it, and if we press restart, the whole scene restarts. And if we press quit, it will debug.log quit, but in the actual game, it will close the window out. So let me just fix the pause menu screen bug right now. So we can just say pause menu dot set active is equal to is paused, and that should work. Okay, so now we just want to detect for the bullets if is paused is equal to true. That should be pretty easy, but we have to make this bool public, and I will mark this with hide in inspector so we can still not see this bool or this true or false in the inspector. Woohoo! So I'll go into the player shoot method. Now I'll need a reference to the game manager. Say private game manager, and I'll just call this game manager. Then in the start method, so let's just make that right now. I'll say game manager is equal to game object. Find object with tag. Game manager dot get component game manager. Okay, you can pause right here. So I'll go back into Unity, and you will get a couple of errors, but they're weird errors. They won't affect the game at all, but they have not affected me at all. I've gotten those a couple of times, but they've not affected me at all. So let's just add the tag. So let's just select the game manager, press add tag, then add tag again, plus sign. Then we can just call this tag game manager, press enter to save it, go back to the game manager, press on the untag drop down, and we can just select game manager. Now the game manager has the game manager tag. Why I went through that kind of quick is because we have already done this. So yeah. Okay, now we will go back into the player shoot script, and I will just say in the shoots, you know what? No. Let's do that right here. If game manager dot is paused is equal to false. So if the game is not paused, then it can shoot. Save, go back into Unity, and this should be all working perfectly. There is one thing that I'm sort of concerned about, but okay, so now if we press escape, if we click, we can still not shoot. Good. Huh? Hey. Okay, it's fixed. Boom. Haha. That looks cool. Now, if we just want to test the quit button really quick, we can go to File, Build Settings, and if it does not work, then it's probably in here. You want to check it in here. And if this is not in here, you just want to go to the scenes folder and just drag that in. Now we will just say build and run. We want to select a folder to actually build it in. We will just right click, hover over new. Then we want to select folder, and let's call this builds. Then we just want to select the build folder, and just press select folder. It should build automatically. You might not see the build on my screen. I've never actually recorded a build, so woohoo. Hold on, it takes some time for the first build to actually work. Okay, it is loading right now. Seems frozen right now. Because the first build usually takes the most amount of time. Maybe like up to 2 minutes. But you can skip ahead. Whoop, 2 errors. Why is everything still frozen? That's not good. Hold on. Whoop. What was that? Yes, it was just loading. I'm just gonna press build and run one more time. Select folder. Okay, now let's see if that works. I don't know why this wouldn't work. Oh, there we go. Seems like it's working now. And the scene will go blank. That's completely normal. Just do not freak out. I definitely have before. I'm like, where did it all go? But nope. It's just building. Okay, here we go. This can take a while, like I said. But it's just for the first build. Like, if the first build takes 2 minutes, then the next build will take maybe 30 seconds. So, yeah. Okay. I'll play some copyrighted music for you. I do not want to get copyrighted. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I do not want to bore you while watching this. So you get to hear me just saying, oh boy, this is not going to be good for your ears. Okay, I'll stop. So yeah. It's almost done. Not really, but. Okay, and if you get any errors, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will help you fix them. I should have probably said that in the first video. I would have been wiser, but I'm not wise, so haha. You can't blame me for anything. Self-awareness. Okay. Please go quicker. Okay, well, you get to hear me singing. I do not want to bore you. Oh, yeah. yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Please hurry up. Build this right now. I will stop. But guess what, guys? In the next video, we will be making sound effects for our game. Yay! That was horrible. Okay, wow, this is taking a while. Yeah, so you can just keep skipping forward. Woohoo. Wow. Whoop. There it is. There's the build. Okay, so when you first build it, it should give you this. I will make the screen windowed because I do not want it, blacking out or anything. So then I'll just press play. Oh, that's not windowed at all. Okay, whatever. And now this will play. Woohoo! And if we just press escape and press quit, it should close. Beautiful. Okay, and that is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. So yeah, bye guys, and remember the announcement in the front, in the very beginning of the video. Bye guys.